I'm standing here beside this working see-through model of the Delta Zero technology, which will demonstrate all of the main principles which go into making this technology what it is. Because of the problems that are associated with conventional slurry pumping, we decided to create this Delta Zero better mousetrap. Slurry behaves like liquid sandpaper, and it constantly wears out everything that it comes into contact with if it's traveling too fast. So generally, because of the abrasiveness of whatever we're pumping, slurry pumps are known as self-destructing machines. This better mousetrap, the Delta Zero pumping technology, fixes all of those previous problems. Essentially, we've got the following elements. We have a gravity feed slurry hopper, which generally needs to be higher than the top of our pump so that we don't need any pumps. The slurry will just gravity feed into it. The slurry in the hopper will come from the plant as the product which needs to be pumped to the tailings dam. That will flow down this pipe into the bottom of each of these three pressure vessels via a check valve. From that manifold at the bottom, there is an exit check valve which allows the slurry to flow out here once it's driven. In this case, it goes back in here so that we can all see it, but normally this pipe would go to the tailings dam. The second part of the technology is a closed loop water circuit, which consists of a water tank back here, a high efficiency water pump over there, and the associate valving into these three transfer vessels, which allow the water into the vessels and out of the vessels, back to the tank. These transfer vessels are in effect pressure vessels which include a flexible bladder, which acts as a barrier between the driven liquid, which is the slurry, and the driving liquid, which is the water. So when it's running, we have a completely closed loop where we've got water coming from the tank. The energy from the pump transfers through the bladder to the slurry and pushes the slurry out here. Once that shot is finished, the water is moved to the next vessel. The first vessel then opens its water out valve and drains the water back to the tank. So from that point on, it just continues and continues and continues. And the advantage is that you don't wear anything out, because we're actually pumping slurry, but we're not touching the slurry, as you would do with conventional pumps that are all spinning in the abrasive media. Added to that, you have the benefit of a water pump that starts off at a very high efficiency and maintains that efficiency for its whole lifetime. So rather than everything tailing off towards the end of its lifetime, you can bank on a high efficiency out of this system. So we're in a primed condition and we're ready to start. All we do is push the start button to run the pump. There's a few seconds delay and then it starts. These two valves open up and we pump water straight into this vessel. Immediately, that water going in displaces the slurry past this check valve up here and it comes out over here. That would be the slurry that we're normally pumping to the dam. But whilst this is happening, and once this thing has reached its full potential, it will change over. Before it changes over, we will bring this valve into play to pre-pressurize this vessel to the same pressure as the active vessel. So you'll see that we will get this one. As soon as this comes on, this will slowly rise and we'll be sitting with the same pressure in this vessel and that vessel. And that is why there isn't a pressure difference, and that's why we call it a Delta Zero. Our unit is equipped with its own craneage and lifting devices to do all of the maintenance and servicing on the unit without having to hire in external cranes. So servicing ours is all taken care of as a freestanding unit. It has its own diagnostic software which will cause it to stop if anything should go wrong and automatically switch on the standby pumps and give us chance to investigate what has gone wrong if it should. There's not that general maintenance that goes on day by day with having to put new impellers, new gland packings, new V-belts and worn out parts generally, almost on a daily basis. You switch this thing on and you leave it month in and month out.